Morning. It's November. I'm on Frog's Orchard, Sunday morning. And I haven't done much for a while because there's been other stuff going on, which I'm not going to go into detail. But we had a general election which distracted us. We have a new MP. The new MP was a councillor in this area. He stepped down and now we have a new councillor. We've got 2 green councillors. So, I thought I'd pop back. It's all overgrown. The trees don't look happy. There's lots of nettles and brambles all grown back. So we'll start preparing for next year. And I wear glasses now, apparently. That happened a few months ago. I'm not happy about it. Let's plant some raspberries. I'm over in the corner. These are the backs of the houses. And there's a nice little area here. It doesn't take too much clearing. So I'm going to clear it. I'm going to plant some raspberries, dig a hole, stick them in the ground, cover them with cardboard, and I've got a load of mulch in the van. And then everyone gets free raspberries. Is that cleared? That took all of 2 minutes. We've got a new fridge freezer. Our old one died. And this is the packaging from that. So what I'm going to do is fold that in half so it's double layered, cut holes in it, plant the raspberries through the holes, and then cover the whole thing in mulch. The cardboard will block the brambles and the weeds coming up and smothering the raspberries, and the mulch will help to do that. And over time the cardboard will rot down into nothing, and so we don't have to go pulling up any plastic weed matting. But hopefully that'll keep the brambles at bay. There's the raspberries. Don't know how many's there. I'm going to count them in a minute. This is the dustbin they've been sat in for a couple of months now, collecting rain. And if I'm sounding out of breath, it's because I've just had to drag it right the way across there. So, Sean Overton, eat your heart out. 8. So, going to cut 8 holes there. Probably 4 here, 4 here. I don't care if they're in a line. Everything's going to grow anyway. Hopefully they're going to spread. This is just the start. We're not going for aesthetics here. We're going for free food. Cut 8 holes. I forgot how many then. Move the cardboard, dig 8 holes, stick them in the ground, cover them in mulch, walk away and go and have some dinner. just put a load of mulch down. What I didn't realise was at the bottom of one of the dustbins was sawdust and hay and straw from the rabbit's cage that's been sat there for months in water. It smells absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be absolutely jam-packed full of nitrogen, which is good, but it does stink. And then here, this is all elder that's been shredded up, so that's nice and nutrient rich. All the leaves are still in there, plus the carbon, plus it's soft wood. It's going to break down really easy. The cardboard is hopefully going to kill off all the weeds and give the raspberries a bit of a head start. And I've got another dustbin here full of, I don't know what's in my dustbins. I'm going to say mulch, but it could be anything in there really. I can't remember what I put in there. What I can see at the top is some strawberries that were self-seeding and spreading across someone's garden that they needed out, so I've chucked them in there. It's going down here. Hopefully they'll take seed and then we'll have raspberries and strawberries all growing wild for people to walk past and eat, if the squiggles don't get them. There's your strawberries, and all I've done is I've pulled them out of gravel, so the roots are still there. There's lots of leaders, and I'm just going to chuck them down, cover them with mulch, and hope they take root. Nope, no idea what's in that lot. Last bag of mulch. This one is raspberry canes and all sorts. A lot of buddleia in there. This was done in a different shredder, an impact shredder, which means it's a lot finer. It'll rot down quicker. It's warm. Fill in the gaps, and it also helps to shred the green matter as well, putting nitrogen in. Job done. There you go. One of the raspberry canes is missing because I knocked it over when I put the mulch down. It may or may not come up. They may or may not all survive. Hopefully a couple of them will. And it's a beginning. So I've had a look around. I can't find the feverfew, I can't find the mint, I can't find all those herbs I put in. I can't even find the fennel. I thought that was guaranteed. Could be we've lost the lot, it could be they're still there and they'll come back in the spring. But then in the spring, we're going to have more trees coming over from the council. I'm going to try and put together a working group that's going to come over here and do some work. Clear some of these nettles and brambles, put more trees in, free up some of these trees. We've got hops, get some vines in here. And it's a little bit disappointing. It's been nearly a year now. And it doesn't actually look that different unless you know what you're looking for. I had someone come up to me the other day and say, oh, the bug hotels are gone, someone's nicked them. They're not, they're just covered in brambles. I've just freed them up with the strimmer. But I was watching Sean Overton. Been watching him for quite a while now. And I've got 4 acres of an established orchard that I'm trying to enhance. And it's hard work, and sometimes I do wonder why I'm bothering. Sean Overton is driving 3 to 5 hours into the middle of a desert to plant a food forest. And it's failure after failure after failure. And it's depressing, and I have absolutely no idea why he's bothering. Until some things start coming up and some things start working, and his persistence has paid off. And he said it's a lifetime's job. It's more than a lifetime, because we're not going to get through the next 200 to 300 years of climate change unless we adapt and get ready for the changes and reduce how much that it's going to change. And we're not going to do that with indigenous species. There's going to be some stuff that comes over here that's not indigenous. It's going to be invasive or near native or whatever. Got some olive trees and hibiscus to come over. If the climate changes, then the indigenous species, the native species, are not going to survive. There you go. You feel more comfortable now, not right in your face. And we need food, and we need shade, and we need community resilience. And if we do all of that, and it turns out that climate change isn't real and it's all a big hoax, we still benefit. There's no downsides to this other than, well, I was going to say other than the hard work that I'm putting in, but I actually enjoy it. If we put the solar panels on the roofs and we get community energy together, and we produce our own electricity and we electrify everything, and we grow our own food and we make and mend our own clothes, we don't need Elon Musk. We don't need hydrogen. We don't need nuclear. We don't need any more fossil fuels. And it won't be we're giving up on luxuries. It'll be we're investing in luxuries, going for a nice walk in a green space and picking an apple off a tree and enjoying company. Because the other option is Elon Musk does take over and he owns everything and he charges everything. And that's a corporatocracy, and we do not want a corporatocracy. We do not want cyberpunk. We need solarpunk. And we don't need heroes. We need communities. And we don't need a messiah. We just need to get off our asses and do it ourselves. Anyway, here endeth the sermon, and hopefully I'll be back putting more videos up and maybe one day actually showing some progress. I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with wandering around in public talking to a phone as well, so that's good. Solarpunk, it's in the hashtags. Click on it, do your research, join in, build a better world.